Good day everyone, this is Norm from the Board Game Museum, and today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play the board game Positano. Now Positano is based on a town in Italy that is known for its vertical layout, its colorful buildings cascading down to the sea. In this game, you are going to be erecting buildings onto this vertical layout, and you will be attempting to score points by having a view of the seaside from each of these buildings. You'll also be able to score points with gold and gelato symbols, so let's go ahead and get started. So in the game Positano, you're going to be building buildings over here in this section. Right over here, this is going to be the ocean, representing Positano, Italy. Now you've got three different sections over here that you're going to be bidding on. This is the build section, this is the building section, or the block section, where you will be collecting these, and then these are going to be the lots in which you're going to be able to build. So 1A is over here, 4C is going to be over here. Now each of these are going to be representing different things. Right over here on the build tile, this is going to tell you what color roof that you're going to place on here, and you've got bronze, silver, and gold. These are going to be used for point values at the end of the game, and what you're going to be trying to do is you're going to be trying to build the buildings in a way to where if you're looking from the top of it, you will be able to see the beach and the ocean. So for example, if you had something like this building cannot see the ocean because it's blocked, but if you had something like this building could see the ocean, and this building could see the ocean. And so the roofs are going to help you score points. This will be 1 point, this is 2 points, this is 3 points. Now you're also going to have goal cards, and there are several different types of goal cards, and they're also double-sided. And so you're going to place 3 of these over here, and you're going to go ahead and score these at the end if you're able to meet these different goals. So the way the game works is you're going to go ahead and set it up depending on how many players you have, and then everybody is going to have a set of these bidding cards over here. So this is the way a bidding card works. You're going to see that there are 3 different numbers over here, and each of these numbers is going to represent a different section. So this number represents this number represents this number represents this. Whoever ends up bidding the highest is going to be able to go ahead and be the first person to take a tile from that section. On top of this, you're going to have these cards over here. These cards are going to increase the bids by this particular number. So you'll bid with both of them. So this will make this 81, this will make this 31, etc. Now you're also going to see these little ice cream things over here. These are gelatos. If you're able to collect tiles that have these symbols on them, you'll score points at the end. Each of these gelatos are going to be worth 1 point. So over here, this is going to tell you how many blocks you're going to pick up over here. You'll be able to put blocks into your own personal supply to save for later. And then again, this is going to be where you're going to place the block. So let's just say player 1 decides he's going to bid this over here. You'll put this face down, but I'll just put it face up for now. And let's say player 2 decides he's going to bid this over here, so I'll put this over here for him. And so then everybody's going to go ahead and compare their numbers. So right now player 1 has 61 here, player 2 has 42, so he will be the one to pick first. So let's just say player 1 decides he'll pick this one, player 2 decides he's going to go ahead and pick this one. Second section, this is 61, this one here is like 92, so player 2 is definitely going to win that one. So let's say he picks this tile here, and player 1 gets this one. Then we finally get to the third one. This is going to be worth 61, this is worth 52, so player 1 will go ahead and get his first choice. So let's just say he decides he's going to pick 4C, and the other one's going to go ahead and get 1A. So now everybody's going to go ahead and fulfill the tiles. So let's start with player 1. Player 1 is going to get 2 blocks, and he is going to go ahead and get a bronze roof to put on them, and he will be able to build on 4C. So he'll just simply put the blocks over here, he'll get his bronze roof, and then he will place this over here like so. We'll go to player 2. Player 2 is going to get a silver roof, he'll get 3 blocks, and he'll go ahead and build it in 1A. So he will go ahead and do this. Now each of these sections is going to have a regulation height. This will have a height of 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4. So right now the regulation height is going to be 1 for him, so I'm only going to be able to place 1 block. But I will go ahead and get a silver roof, and I will go ahead and place this on here like so. And then that will end the round. So right now I'll be able to see the ocean from here, and he will also be able to see the ocean from here. Now there are a couple of tiles that are going to change the gameplay up a little bit. If you end up winning this tile, you'll be able to draw twice the amount of tiles that you have in your personal collection. So if I happen to have 2 spare tiles down here, with this I will be able to go ahead and grab 4 from here. This one works the same way, only the number is going to be tripled. If I decide not to do that, I will just simply either grab 2 blocks or 3 blocks. There'll be certain building tiles that'll have some abilities as well. Right over here, this is going to allow you to build over the regulation height by this number. So if I ended up having this and I ended up building over here on level 1, for example, in this case, now I will be able to go ahead and build 3 high. And let's just say I ended up with 1C, I will be able to do that. Now I can only build 2 higher than the actual regulation. So that's the way that works. Right over here, this is going to allow me to place a block on a building that is not at the regulation height. So if I happen to have a building here like this and I ended up grabbing this, I could go ahead and place another building on here just as long as I had that in my supply. So I would be able to go ahead and do that. Now this over here, this is going to allow you to upgrade a roof from silver to gold. So right now this one's silver, so I can go ahead and take this off and place a gold one on here like that. So that's the way those two things work. And then what you'll do is you'll go ahead and refill all the tiles, and then you will just go ahead and bid again with the cards that you have. Now the game is going to end once all these cards have been used, and then what you're going to do is you're going to count your score. First thing you'll do is you're going to look at all the buildings that are able to see the beach, and you'll look at the roof. The roofs are going to be your score. So this one's going to be worth 1 point because it's bronze. These two will be worth 3 points because they are gold. You'll go ahead and look at any of the tiles or cards that have the gelato symbol on them. They're each going to be worth 1 point. And then what you'll do is you're going to look at the gold cards here and see if you were able to make any of them. This one says earn for each building under regulation height. So this one is under regulation height, so this will be 3 points. This one says earn for each building at exactly regulation height. This one is, so this would be worth 2 points. And then right over here, this says earn for having at least one of each roof type. So if I happen to have a bronze and a silver and a gold roof on any of these buildings, I would score 5 points. You'll total all those points up, and whoever has the most amount of points will win the game. Positano is a beautiful looking game. It's got great components, thick tiles, and each of the different colored buildings has a different design on the front of them. This is a very simple game to learn. You're just simply going to be bidding on the different areas below, and you're also going to have cards that you'll be able to add to those bids. But it gets interesting because some of the numbers are going to be higher than others. So you really are going to be looking at the board and asking yourself, do you want to get a certain location more than you want to get a certain amount of building tiles and things like that. Having those building tiles in your reserve can be very helpful, especially if you end up winning one of the multiple tiles. This is a game that doesn't take very long to play either. It's a beautiful looking game, it's a simple game, and I really like the way you can add to the buildings once they're built if you are fortunate enough to get those tiles that will allow you to do that. You can build over regulation so you can try to block your opponents who may be on a level above you as well. So there's a lot of these little things going on in the game that are not complicated, but it makes the game fun. It's a light game. It's got light strategy to it as well, but it's a beautiful game to look at, and I think it's got some great table presence. I would recommend this game for anybody who likes bidding games, games that involve building things, and certainly a game that is based on the charm and the creativity of the town of Positano, Italy. Okay guys, that's my review of Positano. You guys have a great day. Keep on gaming. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Subscribe and like.
And comment. And
click and
share.
share.
And have fun. Have a lot of fun. That's what you gotta do.